All right, so in this video, I wanted to give you guys my top 10 Nike sneakers for 2021. There were so many releases this year that I wanted to separate them out, some of them by brand. So I have a Nike, a Jordan, Adidas, and New Balance. And yeah, there's like 40 pairs that I consider like top 10s, which is nuts. But anyway, this is the Nike one. Let's go ahead and jump right in. What is going on, guys? Hess here. Hopefully you're having a good day out there. Thank you guys for stopping by and watching. If you guys are new to the channel, please consider subscribing. And if you guys haven't used my website, Collective Kicks, I post a bunch of sneaker deals for you guys on a regular basis out there. So check that out in the description as well. I have some runner-ups we'll get into right before the number 1 spot, but we're diving right in. Number 10 spot from Nike. To me, it goes to the Nike Go Fly Ease. This is a very innovative pair of sneakers, one that you step and drop in, basically. I love the look of the shoe. I think that the concept of the shoe is really good. I did a review on them, and actually I donated my pair to somebody that has a hard time putting on sneakers himself. He actually made a video about it that kind of went viral on TikTok and basically was mad because Nike wasn't selecting the right people to get the shoes that probably needed them the most, so I actually gifted him my pair. Any which way, it's number 10 spot on the list. I think the innovation is there. I think Nike dropped the ball in releasing them because it feels like they could have released a whole bunch more. But I will tell you, they felt a little bit weird on feet. Like it felt like more of a prototype than like a completed pair of sneakers. But anyway, I like the concept and the look of the shoe, and any sort of gimmicky fun things like that, I'm totally down to try out. Number 9 spot for me goes to the Nike Dunk Mid from Social Status. The chocolate milk or the strawberry milk collab, both of them are fire. I do really wish though, and this is just me being selfish, I guess, I really do wish they did low top versions of all of them. They did low top versions in like the preschool sizes, and I think maybe even GS sizes, but not in the men's sizes. For the men's sizes in both of them, they did that weird mid-top cut. And honestly, the shoe colors and the combinations are fire. The concepts behind everything is fire. The delivery and the packaging is fire. But that mid-top to me just doesn't sit right. And, you know, and everybody has different tastes, which is totally fine. I'm just giving you guys my personal opinion. Like, I love the Air Force One mid. People hate that. I actually really like the mids, but for the Nike Dunks, I don't really like the mids, and for that reason, it's lower on the countdown. However, they did a tremendous job on that one, and I was lucky enough to get the strawberry milk ones for my daughter, and she really likes them too. So fun one, number 9 spot. Number 8 spot goes to a pair that I am probably the only person that waited for a retro of these, but we have the Nike Air Max Celery colorway, if that's what they're calling it. This original colorway is super dope though, and I've been tracking this one down for years. I wanted it back in the day. I never actually got it. Back then, the way my bank account was set up, I couldn't afford like multiple pairs of sneakers, so I went to the employee store and I grabbed one pair of Nike Air Maxes, not like the other 2 or 3. And so basically that was one of the ones that got away that I always wanted to get, and now they retroed them and I got a pair of them, and I think they look phenomenal. It's just a great looking classic colorway and a classic model that nobody really cares about, but happy that they released them any which way. A lot of people probably got them on sale and probably sitting at outlets, but definitely a colorway that I wanted, and I'm happy that I got them. Number 7 spot for me goes to another one that's kind of a weird one, but we have the Nike Air Max Tailwind 5. This is the Skepta collaboration with the blue colorway, but they had the red one as well. The blue one was super fire though, and the way they delivered the Tailwind 5 was just excellent. I've been a huge fan of the Tailwind 4 for the longest time, and that retroed as well the other year, but the Tailwind 5 done this way was right in my opinion, and I loved that collaboration. I was definitely happy to see that one come out, and really dope colorways. Number 6 spot on the countdown goes to the Nike SB Dunk Low What the P-Rod, or What the Paul. This is a colorway that definitely deserves a place on the top 5, top 10 list for sure for this year, because it basically took a lot of people's interest from the, you know, the Nike Dunk Low What the craze from the back in the day, and now that you have the P-Rod colorways of his own P-Rod models now on a Nike Dunk. They did an excellent job of like grabbing inspiration and making and telling a story the way that they did. And I really hope that it gave like P-Rod some validity behind what he's been creating or what Nike's been creating with him through the years. And, you know, it's sad that they have to do it in that manner, but it's also like probably beautiful that they did, because now you take the hype of everything and now more people know about P-Rod and, you know, his lineage. So I think that's really telling, and I like that they did that. So the number 6 spot for myself. Number 5 spot goes to the Nike SB Dunk Low Supreme collaborations, the low top versions with the stars. I remember the original release of the high tops back in the day, and they were dope. I mean, I wanted the orange one with the stars so bad. But now fast forward years later, we have the low top versions, 4 colorways that were really dope. I think all 4 of them were really, really nice. I ended up with a black pair, compliments of eBay. And honestly, if the prices were a little bit lower, I'd want to complete that set because I think all of them are pretty dope. The materials are not super great on them, but the color combinations and I guess the lineage with Supreme, I really like what they delivered. And I like that the black colorway is like super wearable. For that reason, I'm putting it in my number 5 spot. All right, moving on to the number 4 spot for myself, Nikes for 2021. We have the Nike Air Max 90 Bacons. And this is one of those shoes that I honestly was always looking on eBay for, like an older pair, and never found them for a good price. So when they retroed these, I was like all about it. And I missed the release a couple different times. Finally hit on a restock, got them at retail, super stoked about that. The colorway is great. I think it's a fantastic colorway. And I mean, obviously bacon, who doesn't love bacon, right? I mean, I guess some people don't like bacon, but any which way, I really like it and I love bacon. I think the delivery of this was nice. Although it does kind of suck for the people that originally collaborated with Nike. I wonder if they ever get like any sort of a kickback or any sort of cred for some of that. If Nike's watching, another one that I would like to see retro is the Warhawks, dude. Like, I always am looking for a good pair of those, but there are never any good pairs of those available. And the paint's chipping, and honestly, I need a new pair so I can actually wear them. The Warhawks is a really, really dope colorway as well from back in the day, and that's one that I would love to have retro. Number 3 spot on my list for Nike sneakers 2021. Gonna go to a shoe that probably nobody else is gonna have in their countdown, but for me, the very first images, I was sold on this one, and I'm not somebody that smokes weed, but we do have the Nike SB Dunk High Maui Wowie. This one was something else. Now, I know some people are probably thinking Strawberry Cough. I personally like the Maui Wowie better just because I love Maui. I got engaged there, we honeymooned there, we go back to Maui like every other year, so it's just a fun place for me to go, and I love the floral print of the upper, and then I like the fact that you can cut it out and see the grass underneath. Even if you don't smoke weed, there's things to appreciate on that sneaker, and I love the delivery and execution of it, even if the hype isn't there anymore for that one. It's just such a great colorway. I really like what they did. Maybe hopefully we'll see a low top version release in the future, because that would be really rad to see. But love that one from the first images, still love that one. Definitely a top 3 for me. Number 2 spot for the countdown goes to the Nike Air Max 1 Pata collaboration. Now there is 4 different colorways. My personal favorite is the aqua, then you have the monarch, then I'm probably going to go with the black colorway, and then the maroon. But hype or not, I really liked the collaboration, what they did. At first images, I was kind of like, this is weird. I don't know about the wavy thing. But as I saw more pictures of them, and then on feed, I was like, okay, they're pretty rad. Like, as an Air Max 1 fan, an Air Max 90 fan, I love that they put a little twist to it, made it their own, and like, I don't know. I just think that they executed very, very well. And the two main, and the first 2 colorways that I mentioned are flawless in my opinion. So great color combinations, great release, and number 2 spot. Before we get into the number 1 spot, a couple of runner-ups that I wanted to throw at you guys. One of them is a Nike Air Presto. What the? Now this is not probably on anybody else's list, but I love the Nike Air Presto, and the fact that they released it with the OG sizing, that means the extra small, medium, large sizing instead of like the 9, 9.5, 10 sort of thing. It was kind of weird back in the day. It's still weird now. It confuses people to this day, but it's a really great colorway. The fact that it has a combination of a bunch of different things. I like the mismatched look of them, and that was one that I really liked. Also, the Nike Air Structure OG, the teal colorway, love that one as well. They've been on sale for as low as like $80, but I love that OG colorway of the Structure Triaxes, but definitely one that I was happy to pick up at retail. Also, the Nike LeBron 18 Stewie, I like that one. I don't know why people don't like it that much. I like that one. I like the color blocking of it. I think it was executed well. When I got them in hand, I was actually pleasantly surprised as well. Really nice looking colorway. And the last one on my runner-up list is the Nike Dunk Low Para collaboration. This one is really dope too. I like the color blocking of this one. Probably one of those ones in 2 years I'm going to go, dang it, I should have bought them when it was this price, and then now it's going to be out of reach. Really nice colorway on that one as well, and one that I could have considered. Number 1 spot though for myself personally is going to go to the Nike Dunk Low Off-White, the 50 collection from Virgil Abloh. Rest in peace, Virgil Abloh. I think it's a tragedy for sure. But the concept of what he was doing here and the way that they executed it and the way that Nike supported his vision for 50 different versions of literally the same shoe, it's just crazy, but it's also beautiful at the same time. A lot of people actually got access to these that wanted them. I unfortunately did not. I had to get them at resale, but I did get the black pair to keep, which is my favorite one out of all of them. Which is the only one that's black. All of the other ones are white. 1 and 50 were the only 2 that were fundamentally different. The rest of them had like 3 or 4 different variations on each of the models. Some of them were canvas, some of them were suede. They had a couple different materials as well. But ultimately, like, I think the release was dope. I'm sure it was a very difficult release to pull off, but they did a great job of it, and I liked the concept behind it. And because of it, like, it had to be the #1 spot for me for this year. And regardless of Virgil passing or not, this was a really, really solid release and a very cool, creative thing to have happen in a market where it's like, you know, it's like, how many different things can you do in sneakers? Then you have visionary talents like Virgil that like create different ways to make things fun and different again. And I respect that. And I really like what ended up happening. But #1 spot for myself, leave a comment in the comment section, your top 2 or 3 Nike releases this year. If you guys want to see my other top 10 videos, check my channel out. I have a whole bunch of them that are coming for the end of the year. But thank you guys for stopping by and watching. If you guys like the video, drop a like on this video, and hopefully we'll see you guys back on some of my other videos. All right, peace guys.